Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Xuan Kai and I'm a day trader from Singapore. So a while back I was searching for a tutorial on how to use the TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim Platform properly on the desktop, and I came across this very interesting video from Humble Trader. So in her video she highlights the tips and tricks that she uses to day trade efficiently on the Thinkorswim platform. So that sparked an idea for my next video project. So instead of doing my usual trade recap videos, I thought it would be fun if I make my very own Thinkorswim tutorial and put my own spin on it. Don't forget to stick to the very end for some secret tips and tricks that I use to day trade properly and efficiently on Thinkorswim. So now let's jump into my computer screen. So when you first log in into Thinkorswim, you will see this general view. I know that it looks like there are a lot of things here and you are already a bit overwhelmed, but don't worry about knowing how to use everything. It's okay to not know everything about the platform. To be honest, even I don't know a lot of things about the platform. I just know enough to get by and to meet my needs. So just sit back and relax while I slowly orientate you to using the platform. So on the left side we have your account info. So if you click on it over here, you have the option buying power, net liquid and day trade. So usually if you have less than 25,000 in some countries, they will show that you only have 3 day trades per week, and basically it's just how much your account is worth at that moment of time for net liquidation and how much cash you have, right? So if you want to press on account info, option buying power here, you can off and on the privacy so that people do not see how much you have, and you can keep it private to yourself. So after that you have the live news. So if you click on it here, you have all the latest news that just came out. So if you click on it again, you can see from right here, you can scroll down and you can read through the news, click on whatever news that catches your attention, and then you can carry on. This is quite important to finding the latest news for the stock that you're trading for the day. So that's for live news. And then you have Trader TV. So apparently you can watch CNBC's all the news, the latest news on Trader TV, but I honestly have never used it before in my life, so I'm not gonna go through too much about that. And then we have our watch list. So the watch list we will go through a little bit more afterwards. And then we move to the right side, we have the monitor tab. So for the monitor tab over here, you can see working orders, field orders, cancel orders and rolling strategies. Whatever open positions you have, this is what will be showcased on this page. So as you can see here, I have Baba, I have Tesla, and this is how much I'm up for the day or down for the day. Yep, basically my positions, what's in my portfolio. Yeah, so then working orders problem is orders that you have put out, meaning a buy order or a sell order, but it hasn't been filled yet, so it is still in progress. Yeah, so it's waiting to get to that price so that you get filled. So filled orders is basically whatever orders that you have executed and they have already went through, so you have either bought or you have sold the whatever positions that you have made. Yeah, and whatever cancel orders, that's quite self-explanatory. Rolling strategies, I'm not too sure about that either, but you don't really have to know. Yep, so that's about it. And then if you go to the trade tab, for those of you who want to trade options, this is where the option chains are. So if you click on this, I'm on Tesla. See Tesla Inc., the price of Tesla, and then all the option strike prices you can scroll down and see. Right, you have the bid, the ask, the volume and open interest. So this is a little bit more advanced. If you're not trading options, don't worry too much about it, you can just move on. Then we go to scan. So this one is for the scanning of the stocks. We'll come back to this one later. And finally we go to charts. So for the charts wise, this is what you will see. Basically I have Tesla here. On this corner here, you can type in whatever ticker you want. So let's say you want AAPL, which is Apple, and then you click enter and the chart will appear. So we'll go back to Tesla. You can see Tesla income and then the current price 625.22. Then for the charts wise, you can go to the chart settings. So this gear over here, if you click on the gear, you'll be brought to this area. So for this one, for the general, you want to go down to show arrows only for the alerts. Yep. And then after that, you can also tick to show your trades. So whatever trades that you have made, they will show how much you buy, how much you sell, at which time or which candle there is over here. Yeah, and also you can choose to overlap volume or not. There'll be the preset one is just some blue volume bars over there. I choose to untick it, but you can also choose to tick it. Yeah, and then also definitely adjust it to the time zone that you are in. I'm in Singapore, so my time zone is at Singapore. Right, you go to price axis, nothing much to change here. Time axis on the other hand, so over here you see the expansion area, 100 bars to the right. Usually it is set at 0, so whatever changes you make, you have to press apply, and then you will sort of be applied to your charts. So if I put the bars 0, meaning I cannot go any more towards the right, and I don't really like that. So if I were to change it, I'll usually change to maybe 100. Click apply, there you go. Then you can see whatever that is on the right. There's nothing on the right, but I just like to be able to scroll a bit to the right side to see what's on the right side, right? Yeah, just like that. Okay. And then after the time axis, you have favorite time frames. Favorite time frames wise, you can see these are all like there are some default ones and there are some that I've added in myself. So if you don't like the default ones and you want to add in your own ones, you can add the time frame. So let's say you want to add an intraday. Let's say you want a 10-day 1-minute chart. All you have to do is add it in, and it appears 10-day 1 minute. And all you have to do, you can either drag to move it up, or you can move down and up this way. And then if you don't want it anymore, feel free to just delete it. Yep. If you want, you can edit the current ones that are existing and just change to whatever you want. Yeah, and the time frames, you'll come back to them later as well. And then don't forget to click apply when you are done. Appearance wise, you can see over here, all of these are candlesticks. You can change to whatever you want. Maybe you want the bar, you want candle trend, Heiken Ashi. I don't use any of these, I just stick to the old candlesticks. And you can also choose if you want to fill up the candlesticks. So if you don't want to fill up, this is how they will look like. Empty, just like that. I want my life to be filled up, so just like my candlesticks, I want them to be filled as well. And you can show the wicks as well, right? Show the wicks. And then over here, the volume bars, there's a preset color, all blue, or you can show color as symbol tick. So I prefer this one. So red shows that selling and green shows is buying. So this is what I prefer. And then grid as well. I don't like the grid, so I turn it off and click apply. All right. Equities wise, if you don't want that preset blue volume graph, just untick it for equities, meaning all the stocks, and they will be gone. Right? I already removed them, so there's nothing much. And show extended hours trading session. If you show it and you tick it, this means that you'll be able to see what happens pre-market, which is sometimes a little bit, which is quite useful for you if you're day trading as well. And then nothing much about options. Futures as well, you can tick the show extended hours trading session, and then click apply, and that's all for the chart settings. And then we move on to time frames. If you go on to time frames here, you see the D over here. If you click, you can see all the preset time frames just now. Right, so right now we are on the daily chart. You can see right here on the top left, Tesla 1 year 1 day chart. If you want to change to another time frame, maybe 4 hours, so 180 days, 4-hour time frame, you click on it and you'll be able to see a little bit closer to what happens. Every candle is now 4 hours. Previously every candle was a daily chart. Every candle was represented 1 day, and now every candle represents 4 hours. Yeah, so then right now, if you want to change 5 day 5 minutes, just to have a closer look, that's the intraday chart. And then just now when I mentioned the pre-market data, this is the extended hours data. So this is the pre-market data that is in the gray area, and then the black area is when the market is open. So we're gonna go back to the daily chart so that it's cleaner, right? Yeah, the daily chart is a lot cleaner over here. So before we get to the most exciting part, which is the indicators, don't forget to smash the like button and let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section below, and hopefully you guys consider subscribing to my channel to join me on my journey on becoming a consistently profitable day trader. So let's move on to the indicators part. So for the indicators, they are considered as studies. So if we click on studies here, you see this sort of chemistry like flask here. You click on studies, you click on edit studies. So the only indicator I have here is the volume average, which is what you see at the bottom. Alright, so what you have to do is just type in on the left side here, volume average. You click on volume average, add selected, and they will come in over here on the right side. So I'll exit this. So volume average is what I have on the chart already. If I click on the wheel over here, you get to edit whatever you want. So the length, I put it as 12, and then I leave everything as default. So click OK on it. So for some of the more exciting indicators that people use, perhaps the RSI, you can go and tick the RSI, add selected, and you can actually see right? Overbought at 70, oversold at 30, and the length is 14. You can actually change some other things as well. Let's see what we can change. You can change the way it looks, you can change the style as well, and if you click OK and apply, you see the RSI out here. And if you don't like it that much, you can change some of the things. So some things that I might change could be maybe you can change to a dotted line if you want. Yeah, it looks pretty ugly on the dotted line. We're gonna change it back to the straight line. Yeah, so the RSI is right here. You can also double click it to actually go straight to the indicator and sort of change whatever you want. Perhaps a nicer color. Yeah, I see a nicer color is much better. And you see if it goes to the overbought regions, it actually becomes red and then starts to become purple again. Yeah, it's just overbought region lah. Yep. So I don't really use the RSI too much anymore. I used to use it a lot more when I was getting started, but now not too much about the RSI. So let's remove the RSI. There's some other things like MACD as well, MACD histogram. Let's see how it looks like. There we go, the MACD as well, the MACD crossing over, and then the histograms as well. It's all inside. So other than that, you can change whatever you want on the MACD as well. Gonna remove the MACD. What other indicators? EMAs, SMAs. Let's see, exponential moving average. Yeah, so over here, moving average exponential, or simple moving average over here. That's right. So you can also change. So usually the default is 9. You can change to perhaps 200 for this. Simple moving average, you can change it to maybe 100 over here, and then apply, and they will come on your charts. Preferably you want to change the color just to see that it is different, right? Yeah, just like that. And then I'm going to remove the indicators. Remove this, happy with that. I like a clean chart, just like that, right? Yeah, and the volume average as well. Yep, so that's all for the indicators. Now after this, we're going to move to the parts of the charts. Okay, so over here you have, on the right side here, you can see many sort of buttons over here. So if you press trade, you can see it's all really just different forms of sort of how to help you to execute your positions that you want to buy or you want to sell a bit easier. I don't really use this trade. Time and sales is important as well. So when the market is closed now, when the market is open, you can see a lot of orders that are coming through, and if you want to edit it, you can customize. So my time and sales only has the time that is executed, the price that is executed. Yeah, so that's about it, and the size that is executed. So you see time, price, and size. Nothing much. You can actually add stuff that you want to put in, or you can remove stuff. So I like to keep mine simple. That is the time and sales, and then what you have is active trader. So active trader, you can see it's a lot more convenient actually to execute your trade. So you have over here the buy market, sell market, quantities, meaning how many shares that you are trading. So you can actually do all this very easily. If you press auto send, this is the thing that you really have to be a bit careful. If you press auto send and you click over here, so over here is where you want to buy, over here you can click where you want to sell. So auto send means the moment you click, it will just automatically execute the order, and it won't even ask for verification anymore. So you have to be very careful when you do the auto send on. Yeah, so that is just that's it for the active trader. Big buttons I don't really use much. You can see it's quite similar to the trade. Chart is the chart that you are on. Face course, no idea what this is. Dashboard as well. Basically you can buy or sell. So this is probably the bid and the ask. And then you have level 2. Yep, level 2, you can see all the different the prices and then the size, right? So this is quite important when you are trading as well. And most importantly, live news. The same as the live news over there. If you click on this, you'll see all the news that come out over here, and you can read the news for the stock that you are trading for the day. Yeah, so that's it for the tabs at the side. Nothing too crazy about it. And let's move on to the drawing tools, how to buy or sell a stock, right? So drawing tools wise, you can actually go over to the drawings here, drawing tools, and then you can see there's plenty of tools to be used, but usually I only use a few. Another shortcut is you can go anywhere to the chart, right click, add a drawing, and then do whatever you want here. So if we do this trend line, right, so wherever you click on the chart is where the trend line will start. So let's say you want to draw a trend line, it's something like that, and then you can sort of adjust the trend line, right? That's about it. You can adjust the trend line. If you don't like it, click on it, press delete. That's about it. Another thing you can do is this. So a horizontal price level, either resistance or support. So probably 900 is where the highs are at, so it's a resistance. If you don't want, you can put down all the way here. So maybe around here, the 550s look like a good support area. Yep, so this is how you put in your trend lines and your support and resistance lines as well. So another way you can do, one other thing you can do is the text, right? So I can do this as all time highs, and then I click OK, and then I can just put it over here. Alright, so you can double click it just to see, right, the all-time highs. You can change the size just to make it nice so you can see. Another thing you can do is actually change to like something like pre-market highs. So something like this. You can do pre-market highs, and then you can combine it with a price level like that. So something like this. Yeah, so then you know, oh okay, you mark it, this is the level, this is pre-market high, so you can see very straightforward, very easy, makes it easier for you to trade when you have all these sort of indicators. Yeah, and the last thing, perhaps you can use either an arrow to see, maybe to indicate your entries, your exits, just some general things like that. And finally you can use this text, this box over here. So the box wise, you can see, so sometimes people don't really like the one price level as a support or resistance. They prefer it more as a zone. So you can actually use something like this, a zone wise, to see a little bit more clearer right here, to see that it's a support area. Alright, so those are the small little tools that you can use in order to make your trading a little bit more effective. So the next thing will be the pre-market scanner. So for this, you need to go to the scan area. So if you go to the scan area, you can actually see over here you have stock, and then you can go to mark. So mark just means the current price of the stock. So you can put 50, minimum 50, and then volume wise, I like it to be 100,000, and stock percentage change for the day, perhaps you want it to be plus 5%, and then you just click scan, and all these things will start to come up, right? And then when all these things start to come out, these are your sort of pre-market gappers. Those are the stocks that move the most in the pre-market level from $50 and above, that has good volume as well. So these are the potential day trading stocks that you can use to create your watch list after this. So for this one wise, you can actually save your scan query, and you can save it as Millionaire Gap Up Scanner I have over here. So press save. It already exists, but I'm okay with that. Just press OK, and then if you want, you can load, and you can load. Yep, you can also load the other ones, like perhaps the gap ups, right? These are the ones that are already preset already, and if you just want to load your own one, again, my personal Millionaire Gap Up Scanner right here. Right, so nothing too crazy, quite simple. And then we go to the watch list. Okay, so watch list wise, I am going to go to this button over here. You press the plus sign, and then you find watch list over here. So they'll give you a default watch list. You can actually drag it up, right? Default watch list. And then over here, you can create watch lists, right? So watch list name, you can have Millionaire Gap Up watch list, right? And then you can add symbol, so whichever symbol you want. So for example, Tesla, you can add it in, Apple, add it in, Microsoft, right? And then you can save it, and then it'll be right here, right? Then you go over to your charts, and then you gotta link it. So after that, I will teach you guys how to link. So this is how you create your watch list. So whatever you scan for the day just now, let's say you scan again, right? CRM, Oli, all these kind of things, and then let's say you want to trade CRM, so you can just put it into your watch list here, type CRM in, right, and it's all in. Oli as well. That's how you scan, and then you transfer it over to your watch list. And then over here you can see that you have the last, you have net change, bid and ask. So if you don't like any of these things, you can just click on this small wheel here, customize, and then change it. So let's say I don't want to know the bid, I don't want to know the ask. Let's see, perhaps last I want to know net change, I want to know, let's say I want to know volume as well. So you type volume in, search for volume, add volume in, anything else you want to know, perhaps that's it for now, and you like it, and see, that's a lot nicer right here. You have more useful information. You have the last price, the net change for the day, and the volume that is traded, which is very important. You want to trade stocks that have very high volume that can move potentially a lot during the day. Yeah, so then that's about it for the pre-market scanners and the watch list. And the last thing would be the Thinkorswim on demand. So on demand, if you click over here on the right side, it's basically a powerful back testing tool that lets you replay. It's basically like a simulated trading system. So on demand, it says not available because I'm not on the charts, so I have to go back to the charts for this to happen. So for this one wise, you can click over here on demand. You can actually go back in time to any sort of day that you want to trade. So let's say today is the May 21st. I want to go back to May 4th, and I want to trade on the, let's say I want to go to market open at 9:30. Yeah. So the problem with on demand on Thinkorswim is sometimes it's a bit laggy, sometimes it doesn't work. You can see the day changes back, but the time doesn't change. So sometimes you might have to restart your Thinkorswim in order to get it to work. Yeah, but basically it will just replay candle by candle what happened. So for this Thinkorswim wise, the on-demand system, there are a few things that are not very good about it. One is that it is a bit laggy. Two is that it's sort of like a paper trading system. You can actually buy or sell, and basically what happens is that the fills, when you get filled for the buy or sells, is not as realistic as the real trading. Real trading, you might not get filled, but in on demand you always get filled for the trading wise. Yeah, so basically I forgot to go through how to buy a stock. So if you go back to the normal one, let's say over here, right, you can just right click, you can just click buy, and then it's over here, you get to review it. So let's say you press edit, you see your stock, you see buy, and you see how many shares you want to buy. So let's say you want to buy one stock of Tesla, right, at a market price. So over here there's a lot of different orders, but let's just stick to something that's easy, either the market order or the limit order. So market order just means you will execute at whatever price the current market price is. That's all, and it will just fill you. Limit order, on the other hand, you can actually set what price you want to buy. So let's say the current price is 624.5. You think, oh, that's a little bit too expensive, I want to buy at 600 instead, and then you keep it as day. So whatever trades that you put on the day itself, it will execute for the day only, and if it's not executed for the day, it will sort of disappear. And then you press confirm and send, and then over here, this is the part that is really important. It is right here where you can check. So buy one Tesla at $600. So cost of trade $600, $0 commission. The rest is not really important. So basically you want to know that the quantities is correct, how many shares you're buying, and then if everything is right, you press send, and then you will sort of set in the order to buy that stock. If you want to buy it right away, you have no problem with the price, just click market, just click confirm and send, and they will fill you in your order. So let's move on to extra tips and tricks for day trading. So the very first one is linking. So linking wise, you can see the watch list over here and the charts over here. You can see the same number 2 yellow, and here number 2 as well. So on the watch list wise, wherever you click, whatever stock you click, it will load that very stock right there. Alright, because you linked it. That is the linking system that makes it a lot easier. Okay, that's a little bit messy, but it makes it a lot easier right here. So other than the linking wise, you also want the extra grids. So let's say you go back to restore sales. I already have grids right here. So 1 minute time frame. Yeah. So over here you see I have 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. I'm going to close this a little bit. Yep, so you have a closer look. So how you do this is you go to the boxes over here and you click. So how many boxes you want, or you can go crazy with it, you can go as many as you want, but I stick to my 4 boxes. So I like the current stock that I'm trading for the first 2 boxes, and then the markets for the bottom 2 boxes. So you can see Apple over here, these two are linked together, number 2 and number 2. So this will be, example, the 1 minute time frame where I can see a little bit closer, and this will be the 5 minute time frame where I can see a little bit of a bigger picture. And then I can also see what's happening on the markets for the Nasdaq on the 1 minute, and what's happening for the markets on SPY for the 1 minute as well. Yeah, so that's basically linking and using the extra grids to your advantage. Yeah, so then next we'll be using sort of level 2 time and sales and active traders to execute orders. So let's say we maximize the sell over here, then you can see what is on this sell. Why? So most of the time what people have for day trading is you have time and sales, you have level 2, and you might have active trader on as well. So for time and sales, you'll be able to see what is all the orders that are executed at that moment in time. Level 2 wise, you can see what people are bidding, what people are selling at, and basically if you want to execute your orders, you set in the proper quantities, press auto send if you are sure, and then just click on whichever price that you want that is correlating to whatever price that is shown on the level 2s or the time and sales. So this would be like the more optimal setup for one of your monitors if you can have this as well, apart from all the charts that I showed you just now. Yeah. And the last but not least, which is the hotkeys. Yeah. So for hotkeys wise, you want to go to the setup, and then you press application settings, and then you go down to hotkeys. So for this one wise, you can scroll down active trader wise over here. You can choose buy at market, buy at ask, buy at bid. These are just some things to speed up your trading, because sometimes when the stock is about to break out, you don't have that much time to go and set everything up. You need everything to be set up, and you need to be familiar with what hotkeys that you set for your buying or your selling orders, so that you can get the best executions possible. So for example, over here, I'm in a hurry to buy. I want to buy at the ask. So my hotkey is alternate A. So you apply settings, just click on the chart, just press alternate A, and boom, the same thing will come out again. If you want to see, you just press edit and you can see it. And then once you're done, confirm and send, press send, and then you will execute your order. So that is the way you can use your hotkeys as well. So that's about it for this video. So hopefully you've learned something for this video, and if you watched all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe to the channel. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.